Before the world called her tragic, it called her beautiful. But Soraya was about to learn that in the eyes of a dynasty, a queen is never judged by her face, only by what she can secure for the future. Her reflection looked calm, polished, almost perfect. But behind pearls and careful hair was a young woman trying to survive a role becoming larger daily. The palace was built for watching. Marble, chandeliers, and carved walls did not simply frame a queen. They measured whether she truly belonged there alone. Soraya's story began far from royal performance. In Isfahan, among courtyards, blue tiles, family refinement, and the quiet dignity of remembered childhood days, she grew between Iran and Europe. One world gave her roots, the other gave her polish. Together, they made her fascinating and quietly alone there. As a young woman, Soraya carried restrained grace. She did not chase the throne. She looked like someone the throne might decide to choose. Before Soraya entered the palace, her photograph did. Her face traveled ahead of her, turning a private young woman into royal possibility and promise. The court studied the portrait carefully. They did not see only beauty. They saw lineage, suitability, and the image of a future queen forming. The Shah looked at her photograph and saw more than a suitable bride. He saw beauty and elegance. Something stirred in his heart. Before duty could turn feeling into destiny, Soraya stood before palace women as they studied her posture, grace, and presence. Her future was being measured in silence, silk, and expectation. When Soraya met the Shah, romance was not alone in the room. Expectation stood there too, dressed in ceremony and royal duty beside them. The engagement portrait made her official. Seated with perfect stillness, Soraya became more than a woman. She became the chosen face of tomorrow. In the dressing room, attendants arranged hair, silk, gloves, and jewels. A private young woman was slowly being shaped into public royalty for everyone. In the mirror, Soraya saw herself changing. Same face, same eyes, but a different life was beginning to form around her reflection. Pearls, diamonds, gloves, and folded silk were not simple accessories anymore. They were royal language, announcing promise, beauty, expectation, and control over her. The wedding gown was more than romance. Its lace, satin, and train carried hope, politics, dynasty, and the weight of ceremony around her. As a bride, Soraya looked luminous and dignified. Yet beneath the beauty, the role was already larger than the woman wearing it. Before guests and cameras, Soraya and the Shah became the public dream. A beautiful queen had arrived, and the future seemed secure. Then came the cameras, flash by flash. Soraya learned that public beauty could feel powerful, while also making privacy disappear from her life. The official portrait showed serenity, jewels, and royal grace. But portraits preserve the surface. They rarely reveal the course underneath the stillness. Soraya walked through palace corridors like part of the architecture. Surrounded by grandeur, she still seemed small, elegant, and deeply alone inside. She learned stillness as discipline, hands placed carefully, chin lifted, expression controlled. Royal beauty became a form of armor she wore daily. Beauty became a schedule: gowns, gloves, pearls, perfume, portraits, invitations. Every detail was arranged so the queen could appear effortless. At receptions, the court admired her. Soraya entered radiant and poised, the woman the palace had been waiting to display before everyone. Then admiration changed. The same eyes began to wait, watching not only her beauty, but what the dynasty expected from her body. The empty nursery said what no one wished to say aloud. A chair, a cradle, pale curtains, and absence filled the room. The nursery was not empty because no child was loved. It was empty because the palace had begun measuring Soraya by the heir she could not give. Whispers followed her through palace doors. Soraya heard judgment wrapped in manners, yet kept walking with perfect dignity and silence. The doctors came quietly, with careful words and lowered voices. But Soraya understood the palace was no longer waiting for love. It was waiting for an heir. After the consultation, Soraya sat in palace light, calm and perfectly composed. But something inside her had gone quiet, and the room no longer felt the same. Grief showed itself in small tension, jeweled hands clasped over silk, a handkerchief nearby, and a queen refusing to break. The mirror felt colder now, same face, same diamonds, same gown, but the reflection carried burden instead of becoming, and sorrow had entered quietly too. In public, Soraya still smiled beside the Shah. The image remained perfect, while private strain quietly widened between them under bright chandeliers and cameras silently. Dynasty turned private sorrow into paperwork. Love, beauty, and devotion mattered less than the question no one wanted to ask aloud. The palace grew larger around her. Its beauty remained, but now every empty chair seemed to echo her isolation more loudly than any human voice. The conversation no one wanted came quietly. No anger, only distance, sorrow, and the knowledge that love could not defeat duty. The announcement made private pain public. Papers, gloves, pearls, and dim jewels turned a broken marriage into official history before the watching royal world outside. Afterward, absence had its own shape. An empty royal chair remained where the queen's life had once been displayed, after Soraya herself was gone forever. Soraya left with dignity, crossing from palace gold into colder uncertainty. She did not collapse, she carried sorrow like royalty. Inside the car, rain blurred the palace behind her. Soraya watched her old life recede, quiet enough for exile to begin. Back inside the palace, her portrait remained. The woman was gone, but the image still stood where power had placed it. Exile began under European reign. Soraya stood beside her luggage, still elegant, still watched, but no longer protected by palace walls. In European society, glamour followed her. She remained beautiful among guests, but admiration felt different without a kingdom behind it. Even outside the palace, Soraya could not become ordinary. Cameras, guests, and strangers still looked at her, as if the crown had vanished but the story had not ended. Later, Soraya became memory. Among flowers and old photographs, her beauty softened into legend, still graceful, still wounded, still unforgettable. The world remembered Soraya because beauty and sorrow lived in the same image. The crown disappeared, but her face became the memory history could not erase.